Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's gonna just be a get ready with me today using a little bit of new makeup that I've got recently and a bit of makeup that I haven't actually delved all that much into. So I figured I'd use today as a bit of an opportunity to show you some of my recent purchases. I haven't bought much. I'm really trying to cut down on just anything that I buy actually. So clothes, shoes, makeup. I am trying to be more conscious of my purchases, so I'm kind of like, no. And there's been so many releases in the last couple of weeks, and I'm like, oh, I want that. Like the Disney Villains Collection Colourpop, I would love that. And the Riviera palette, I would love that. And I'm like, no. Because the question is, do I need it? No, I don't. I have a lot of makeup back there. And I'm like, I really don't need it. Doesn't stop me wanting it. And I'm like, but I haven't. But let's get into what kind of things I have bought in the recent weeks and do a little bit of a play. So it's been an interesting couple of weeks. Haven't uploaded for a couple of weeks after my last video, which was the one about being kind. That caught me right at the end, or when I filmed that video, was right at the end of a pretty intense couple of days for my mental health, and I ended up going into a bit of a depressive and anxiety episode. So I spent a good few days in bed, feeling not so good. Took a lot of strength to kind of get back up out of that and go back to work and continue on, but you know, we're there. And then last weekend it was, I wanted to film, but I just wasn't still in the headspace of getting on and doing it. I didn't actually wear much makeup at all last weekend, and I was like, I just want to clear things out. So I actually cleared out my closet. So I have filmed bits of that, and I will put up a video talking about my, I guess, decluttering of my closet a little bit, creating a bit of space, getting back to realizing how much I have, which leads to that whole I don't need to buy anything else. So yeah, so I just put on my primer, which is just my Project Pan primer. I'm nearly out. I think I've only got like a couple of days left, which is awesome because I'm about to organize what I'm going to take into the next 3 months of my Project Pan. So I think I've finally got an empty. So I've put that in. What I'm going to go on now is I got this the other day, which is the Revlon Youth FX Fill and Blur Foundation. I'm in 220 Natural Beige, and it's supposed to dramatically transform the appearance of lines and wrinkles. So that sounds exciting. So let's see how this goes on my face. Oh, it's quite thick. It's a very thick foundation, especially compared to I'm trying to use up my my Rimmel foundation for my Project Pan. This is a lot thicker of a consistency than that is. So we'll see how we go. I'm just going to start putting it in. Seems a little bit light, which is probably good because we're coming into the winter months here. So hopefully when I get a bit paler, it might actually be a good match, but we'll make it work. So I'm definitely a bit going on to the face, however. I'm like waiting for a miracle to happen where, oh God, I just looked at myself in the viewfinder. I look like a pale ghost. Definitely a bit light. So I'd say that this has probably a medium coverage. I can definitely still see some of my capillaries and stuff through the foundation here. Do I think it's filled in and blurred my wrinkles and pores? No. No, I don't. But we'll see how it goes throughout the day. It hasn't dried down completely matte, which is nice. It's definitely not a matte foundation. So there's still a little bit of tackiness to the skin. I'm going to try it. I don't think this is going to end up being too dark because this is a summer shade. I got the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, so I am going to give that a go and see how it works. But oh yep, way too dark in comparison to the foundation I've put on. So let's use it as a bit of a colour changer. I definitely don't normally use this much concealer, but we'll roll with it. So this is in the colour medium. It's a lighter coverage concealer. I definitely wouldn't say that it's thick. It's going on quite light. So I'm going to lighten up that under eye concealer a little bit with some translucent powder. I'm just using my Nude by Nature one from my project pan. Just going to quickly just run a bit of that across because it isn't a concealer that has like dried down fully, which is not, again, nice. Because anything that sets too matte on mature skin is not a good look. And then I'm just going to run my Nude by Nature mineral powder over the rest of my face, and hopefully this will bring a bit of colour back to that foundation, because it was definitely a bit pale. Now I'm not too concerned that foundation isn't the best I've ever tried, because I honestly got it I went into Chemist Warehouse and I think it was marked down to like $2. So I'm like, I'll just get it and try it. There we go. I'm looking a little bit more, I think, not quite so white and pale, which is good. What am I going to do next? I might quickly... the questions are where do I want to go next? Going to start on my eyes, I think. Alrighty. I'm going to just add down my eyeshadow primer, just Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Oh, dog hair. Can't spot. Oh, I can't find it. Hold on. Got it. Oh. Yeah, so when it comes to my couple of weeks of just working through and I guess dealing with some of my own demons, it's certainly been mentally exhausting. But you know, it's part of those things. I have suffered from depression, anxiety for over 20 years now, so it's certainly something I'm aware of, and I know the signs of it, and I can usually pull myself out, and if I can't, I go seek help. I don't sit there and let myself fully go back into the depths of it again, because it's not healthy. And but yeah, I'm in a pretty good place. I've had a good week, working pretty well. Looking forward to school holidays, I know that. I think everyone is. I think the kids are, and I know I am, so it's definitely time. Alright, so what I'm going to actually use for eyeshadow is I'm going to use my Huda Obsessions Ruby palette. Now, I bought this in my, eternal hunt for the perfect red. I love red eyeshadow. And I got this in the hopes that it would be the answer to my prayers. It's not. It definitely pulls a lot pinker on my skin tone, and I know with a lot of reds they will pull either more pink or more orange based on the pigments in it, because a lot of red pigments aren't eye safe. So I guess it's that compromise there. But I put it away because I'm like, no, it's not giving me what I want, and I haven't been using it, and I'm like, well, that's just wasted. So in the aims of actually using something, that I have and haven't used a lot of. I'm going to use that today. So I'm going to go in just with this lighter colour here first, just to do my upper brow area. And I'm going to take this, do I want to go pinky, or I might take this one here, down here, and just put that through, but not up as high. So just putting it through. And so I guess if anyone is at home and that they're just struggling with their mental health, it's not a bad thing to go seek help. You know, sadly it's something that is on the increase in modern society. I think with everything to do with expectations and what we see in the world, a lot more people are struggling with depression and anxiety, and it's definitely something I have learnt to live with, and it's something I'm not ashamed of. I am quite open about having it to anyone I meet, because I am one of those people that are advocating for the fact that it shouldn't be something to be ashamed of. Okay, I went through some tragedies in my life which caused a whole lot of sadness, and I need help to not stay in those depths, and it's good. And if I can help encourage anyone else to do that, that's definitely what my goal is. Alright, I'm going to go into this mid-toned one, or darker reddy pink down here. I'm going to just start pulling it through. So you can definitely see it pulls pink on me. I have more of a cooler undertone, so a pinker undertone, so if there's a bit of pink in something, it will definitely pull pink on me. It's a bit hard to talk and do eyeshadow at the same time, because I'm like trying to concentrate on what I'm doing, and because I've got to raise my eyebrows to get into my hoods, I kind of feel like all I'm focused on is keeping my eyes open so I can see what I'm doing and getting in there. And I can't think about speaking at the same time. I'm trying. I'm now going to take that darker burgundy colour and just run that out here in the outer third quarter of my movable lid. I'm working with natural lighting today, so I don't know how this is going to pick up. I kind of, if I think I can get away with not putting on the ring light, I do it, because it's really irritating to the eyes to have this bright light beaming in at you. So it'll be interesting to see how this looks once I edit it, but hopefully it's showing up alright. I'm just going to take a mixture of those last two colours just under the lower lash line, and I'm going to go in with the brush I was using before and smoke that out a little bit. I might go for this kind of bronzy goldy colour up. Well, it's more of a bronze with a pink shift, I think, with just some setting spray, and let's see how this looks. So I'm using this probably to go over 2/3 of my eyelid. What I might do is I might go in with this colour in the middle at the top here. I'm just going to add a little bit of that to the brush, and I'm just going to use that to kind of make a gradient into that darker burgundy we have in the outer corner. not too bad. What can I do now? I just think on a little pencil brush, if I can find one. Where are you? Okay, I'm just gonna take that lighter pink colour. Just gonna put it in here. In my inner corner. Right, because it is such a pinky look and I don't want to look sick, I am going to run a bit of a shadow line across my lash line. I'm going to just use the darker colour that's in here. It has a bit of a sheen to it, but for me it's just about building a bit of depth on my lash line. Actually, I just remembered, I'm supposed to try new products. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use one of the liquid liners I got from Colourpop. So I bought a couple of their coloured liners. I've got the dark navy, the one in Crazy. So I'm going to use that to make a bit of a wing. Now I have used this before. It's not my favourite liquid liner, mainly because it is a very stiff felt tip applicator, and for someone like me who has crepey loose eyes, skin on my eyes, it does make it very difficult to kind of pull across my eyelids, so I have to work very carefully with it. The colour is lovely. You can only just see that kind of blue, which is kind of cool. However, it can bleed, especially, again, I think because I have that older eyelid and a lot of crepiness to it, it will bleed into those kinds of divots in my eyelid skin. Alright, so there we go with that. Alright, let's keep going. I forgot about all of these that I'm supposed to be using. I got the pink eyeliner as well, the one in Ducky. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take it in this inner section and join it up with that blue. I might take it down here as well. Cool. So that's where we are. Right up, I'm looking at my camera. That's where we are with that. I might throw some mascara on and see how we look. Just using my Lancome Monsieur Big. It's not so big because it's a little tiny one. Bad pun. So I'm only going to use this on the upper lashes because I had bought a coloured mascara, so I'm going to put that on the bottom lashes. Why not? So on the bottom lashes, I got the red mascara, the Left On Red from Colourpop. I haven't used it. Let's have a go. I'm just going to run I think it's a grey charcoal eyeliner in Revlon in charcoal, by the looks of it. Matte charcoal. Never used it. I bought it and I've never used it, so I'm using new makeup. Mainly putting a colour into my inner rim. Mainly because I don't I don't want it to look too washed out. Just want to add something there. Alrighty, brow time. I'm going to use my Benefit Goof Proof brow and just fill in a few of the sparser spots just quickly. I don't spend much time on my brows, I'm sure you've noticed. I didn't end up doing my Bella Box unboxing for this month, mainly because I was hugely disappointed in it. It wasn't worth me doing a video about it, which is a little bit sad. Sometimes they get it right and then sometimes they don't, and they haven't got it right for the last couple of months, and I'm a little bit... I always sit there and think about unsubscribe and put my money elsewhere. Not that there's many options in Australia. And then I go, oh, and then they'll do a good month, and I go, all right, I'll keep my subscription, and we'll see how we go. But I didn't get much at all in it this month. I've got it here. It was really disappointing. I got a brow cream, like a pomade, which I won't use because I don't like intensely drawn in brows. That was the only makeup product in the box, and it kind of was like, you know. And then a lot of the other things, so I got like a hand sanitizer, a little perfume sample that I could go to David Jones or Myer and get for free, a couple little micellar wipes, and some cleanser. But they were all just basic samples, and so nothing. Just it was a disappointing box. That's all. I'm not going to go too much into it, but it wasn't worth me making a video about it because I wouldn't have been able to. I didn't want to be negative the entire video, so I just chose not to. I did get an Australis Tint My Brow gel, so I'm going to give it a go. I got it in. Does it have a colour? I can't see if it's got a colour on it, so let's see how we go with this. Oh, it's a cute little one. It's like a really tiny little spoolie. I like that. It's cute. I like the spoolie on this. It's better. I've got a few brow gels, and the spoolies are much bigger. This is kind of cool. I like this. Now let's see if it can tame my wild-haired old eyebrows. That's cool. I like that. Nice. Alright, let's finish off the face. Nothing too exciting here. I'm just going to use my Tarte bronzer from my project pan, if I can find my brush. So this is in Hotel Harris. It is more steered towards medium skin colouring. Going to use a little bit of blush. I'm just going to use my MAC Harmony, again from my project pan. I must admit, face products and blushes and stuff aren't big things that I want to, that I buy regularly, so they don't get me all excited. So I'm like, I'll just use the ones I've got. They do the job. I'm just going to soften that out with my powder brush. And then for highlight, I'm just going to use my MAC Soft and Gentle, again, from my project pan. Okay, going to set the face. I got it. I love it. Those who didn't know, I teach Japanese, and anything Japanese, sakura, gets me excited. So this is the MAC Fix Plus with cherry blossom scent. So here we go. Ooh, it's so pretty. Alright. Doesn't have a strong scent. It's quite nice and subtle. I like that. It's not like the Urban Decay Cherry All-Nighter. That was a lot stronger in scent. Ooh, lovely. And lips. What am I going to do? I went a little bit cray-cray. I got a bright pink lip paint from L'Oreal. I have worn it. It's actually really pretty, surprisingly, but I think it'd be too much with the pink kind of shift eyes. I bought this. It was marked down. A purple lipstick in Bold Audacious, Sapphire Siren. Not wearing that one today. Not the look for it. And then from Colourpop, I got 2 lipsticks. I got one of their regular lipsticks in Money Moves, which is kind of the colours I'm leaning towards at the moment, which is those kind of terracotta brownie oranges. I'm loving them. And then I wanted to try one of their Blur lipsticks, so the soft focus ones. And I got this one in 21 Questions. Again, very similar colour to Money Moves. I think I might use this one and see what happens. So these are meant not to be too intense. They feel lovely to apply. I love the Colourpop lipsticks. They are lovely to apply. So it definitely does what it says and just puts a soft blur of colour on the lids. It's not anything too bold, just something, instead of just leaving them natural. It's not too bad. Alright, so this is my look for today. I'll get in a little bit closer for you. Yeah, just getting ready with me using it. I used a fair chunk of some new things. I have some things that I haven't gotten in, obviously, to use. I also got a couple of eye paints from L'Oreal. I got a nice blue and a kind of beigey orange. What's it called? Sunset Goals. I have actually worn this and it lasted all day. I just wore it as a one shadow look and it lasted all day, so that was really good. Alrighty, I'm going to leave it there. You know, please, I hate asking, hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. As always, remember, be kind, be strong, and be a warrior, and I'll see you later. Bye!